power once out of every 20 or so attempts. Everyone knows that. It very rarely drops at full power. The majority of the time it's dropping at like 1% power, so it's like trying to pick something up with a wet noodle. Never worth playing. But there is one game that's not rigged at Dave & Buster's, and you can get a jackpot on it consistently. It's called Pop-A-Lock, and that's what I did. Yesterday I went to Dave & Buster's. I did nothing but play Pop-A-Lock for their half-price games. Wednesday I put $50 on my card. Let me show you that journey. So I started with 4,605 tickets, which is a good starting point, but nowhere near enough for the big ticket items at 50 to 100,000. This is the Pop-A-Lock machine. The game's super simple. Just press the giant red button when it's over the yellow ticket icon. It's like a little Mario Party minigame. It's entirely skill-based. It's all about reflexes, hand-eye coordination, and how big your penis is. Now, it is also worth noting, even if you don't get the jackpot every time, getting in the top 5 is 90 tickets, and you can get in the top 5 every time. It took me 3 tries to get my first jackpot, which is a static 350 tickets. It never depreciates, and I speculate that soon these tickets will replace the Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency market. Now, I had 375 tokens to play with. This machine costs 3.4. After about 20 minutes of playing, I had gone up 5,000 tickets, and then I really started to find my groove. I started to become like the fucking lock-picking lawyer over here. I was able to just get jackpot after jackpot in a row, so what you'll see here is a clip of my longest win streak. I won't spoil the surprise of how long the win streak is. I don't want to ruin Season 1 of Charlie vs. Pop-A-Lock win streak anime. But I will say, I damn near called it an AC 130 with this amount of wins in a row here. Once the reflexes started to really get honed and tuned in, I was like a fine Japanese bladesmith creating the ultimate weapon. Now, out of 106 attempts, I was able to get a jackpot 51 times. Nearly half of my attempts were jackpots. So this is an entirely skill-based winnable game that is the easiest way of farming tickets, but it's not very fun. By about 40 minutes in, I felt like I was training agility in RuneScape. It got tedious, monotonous, it felt like a job, and I was getting a little shoulder injury, which is incredibly embarrassing to say out loud. A fucking arcade-related injury, but my shoulder joint was really hurting for a squirtin'. There was a lot of tension building up, some inflammation, but god damn it, I soldiered on like a real trooper, a fucking arcade champion. And again, this just goes down to what do you value more, your money or your time? Because if you do this, it takes about an hour and a half to go through 375 tickets, but you will get to the great price than you would have paid elsewhere. Also, I don't mean to flex too hard, but I started to pull a little crowd here. I was definitely the coolest kid in the Dave & Buster's. During my win streaks, people would gather around like they were watching a fight in high school. You know, it was a pretty surreal experience, like back in the early 2000s with DDR, how everyone and their mother would just stop to watch people play DDR. That was me. I just Pop-A-Lock. I was the master guru gamer barbarian assassin. If only they knew the sacrifice I was making in my ball and socket joint. I was eyes. I'm not exaggerating. It felt like my shoulder had swallowed a ghost pepper. There's no thrill left.
You're so cute.
It's just all business now.
Look at how cute he is.
Stop it. I'm a gamer.
You're a cute gamer.
There's no such thing. This doesn't even feel good anymore. I don't get the butterflies and the adrenaline anymore.
Look at his smile. Gotta hype you up and you win. It works.
That'll do it. Nothing anymore. I understand why anime villains always look for like a powerful opponent now. This is fucking too easy. I don't get to exert all of my power. I can't go all out.
You can't go plus ultra?
God, that's nerdy.
1%.
So after an hour and a half, I went from 4,605 tickets to a crisp 26,235. Which isn't too bad for an hour and a half worth of work. Now obviously 26K isn't enough for the big dick items like the GoPro at 110K, but this was only an hour and a half for $50. I'd need to do this 5 times at this efficiency to get the GoPro. So 5 times 50 would be $250 I'd be spending for that GoPro if I didn't get any better at the game, which I imagine if you keep going you'll keep getting better and maybe you'll get up to like 60% of the time get a jackpot, so it'd be even less money needed and less time. But let's just say staying at that same efficiency rating, you get this GoPro for $250, which saves you $100 on it. So it becomes a question of what do you value more, your money, your time, or your shoulders health. There's actually better choices though from Dave & Buster's if you want to make money off buying things. For example, what I chose to do was buy the Pokemon cards. The Pokemon cards are 800 tickets each. I got 26,000 tickets, so I should have been able to get 32 packs of Pokemon cards, but they didn't have that many, they only had 25. But if they did have a full inventory, I would have gotten 32 packs. At Walmart, a single pack is $5, so for $50 you're only getting 10. At Dave & Buster's, using my high-level efficiency at Pop-A-Lock, you're able to get 3 times as many Pokemon cards for the same price. And also by doing this, you can make money, because if you get lucky pulls from your Pokemon cards with some rare, expensive cards, you can sell those and actually make more money than you spent at Dave & Buster's getting them in the first place. Though I imagine that's probably not going to be worth it for anyone in the world to do at all, because of the time investment at Dave & Buster's and the monotony of popping a fucking lock.
The Story of Penguins, a guy I was watching. Is that?
What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you all how to get an achievement for Alien vs. Predator called Let's Rock. So that same day I had my parents drive me out to Best Buy so I could get a little cheap camcorder, something handheld so I could film myself playing the game. Oh yeah, this is the technique right here. This is how it's done. Now this is truly a flawless running stance.
Now this dude made a funny video demonstrating how difficult it is to get this guy to run straight. But if you watch the whole thing, it's hilarious because the guy's humor is so dry.
But he used to be the biggest channel on this cesspool of a website. When that happened, man, that was like winning the lottery for me. What if I did get YouTube partnership or partnership with something else and give 100% of the profits to different charities? We've been able to donate over $50,000 to a lot of good charities. And if you do a little bit of digging, you will find out that many of these highly rated charities are actually just awful. Today is a very special day for me. I've been on YouTube for 10 years now, and I'm finally about to hit that 1 million subscriber mark.
Penguin Zero, aka Voice Critical, aka Charlie, is a long-time content creator who's proven over time that you don't need to have fancy editing, a production team, or even a face cam to succeed on the YouTube platform. In fact, quite the contrary, really. Penguin Zero has used minimal production value intertwined with nothing besides a witty vocabulary, dry humour, and a monotone voice to grow his channel to over 5 million subscribers. But it's not that simple. Over the 13 years that Charlie's been producing content, he's certainly experienced some ups.
To have over 1 million subscribers is something I never ever thought would happen.
As well as some downs.
I've hit rock bottom and I'm at the lowest point in my life, but I'm trying to be optimistic.
This video will cover the story of Penguin Zero, aka Voice Critical, aka Charlie, starting way back in 2007 and working forward to the current day. Our story begins in 2007, when a 13-year-old kid from Florida by the name of Charlie White had recently started playing an incredibly popular game called Gears of War. However, Charlie came to the depressing conclusion that he needed to get better at the game, and set out on a voyage to find some Gears of War tips and tricks. But I mean, this was 2007. The internet was practically a baby at this point. I mean, what options did he really have to find out tips and tricks on the game? I guess he could read one of those gaming magazines, or maybe he could visit one of those weird gaming forums that popped up in the early days of the internet. But the issue was that neither of these had really what was required. What Charlie decided to do instead was visit the fairly new website called YouTube to see if he could find some actual gameplay on Gears of War.
And I wanted to get better at it, so I went on YouTube.com, and I went on there because I wanted to get better at Gears of War.
Charlie explained that he found a Gears of War sniping montage on YouTube posted by a guy called Mojo.
And I saw a video called Gears of War Sniper Montage, and it was by a guy named Mojo.
After thinking that the montage was one of the greatest things he had ever seen, 13-year-old Charlie decided that he wanted to make some videos of his own. So on the very same day, he had his dad drive him down to local Best Buy to get a camcorder with the intention of filming his own gameplay.
And I wanted to do something like that too, record myself playing the game, even though I wasn't as good as this guy. I wanted to be as good as him.
The Penguin Zero YouTube channel was then created on the 8th of May 2007, with the intention of posting his various gameplays as recorded with his new camcorder. Charlie explained that the name Penguin Zero simply came from the fact that you like penguins and has no further meaning besides that simple point. The zero means nothing and it uses a Z because S was taken at the time. In August 2007, 3 months after the creation of the channel, Penguin Zero posted the first video titled Gears of War Jetpack Glitch, a very 2007 style video displaying a glitch that Charlie had discovered on Gears of War. Following this, Charlie attempted to follow in the footsteps of the great Mojo by uploading various different montages. However, there was a bit of a problem here. Charlie was still in school, giving him minimal time to make videos, and YouTube really wasn't much back in 2007 and 2008, which provided limited incentive to actually upload videos. For this reason, the Penguin Zero channel only saw a total of 15 uploads in the first 2 years of the channel's inception, resulting in minimal results. However, in 2010, Penguin Zero's third year on YouTube, the game Battlefield Bad Company 2 was released. Charlie enjoyed playing this game and get more serious about uploading videos on it.
Hey, what's up everybody, it's Critical. This is episode 6 of my new series entitled Fun Tactics.
Charlie then came up with an alternative idea for his videos. Rather than displaying his own gameplay and montages, he wanted to instead give people ideas of different fun ways to play the game.
But I came up with a different idea of, maybe instead of just making montages, I could talk during it and teach people fun ways of playing the game.
He then implemented this idea and began to notice his videos getting more views, sometimes even more than 1,000, a view count high enough to even let his parents know how well they were performing.
A couple of them got like 1,000 views, and I was so proud of that. I actually told my parents, I was like, you guys aren't going to believe this.
Getting more views was ultimately an indication to Charlie that his videos were decent enough to create an audience, which also provided him with enough confidence to begin advertising the videos on various different websites. The ultimate goal was basically just to attract more viewers to the channel.
So I went on the premier video game website, GameFAQs.com. Back in that day and age, Game FAQs was like the WebMD of video games.
Charlie didn't expect anyone to like the content. In fact, he expected everyone to hate it because he had low self-esteem at the time.
And I was 100% sure everyone was going to hate it. It wasn't going to do very well. People definitely weren't going to like me because that's just, that's how I felt about myself.
However, quite the opposite happened. Everyone really enjoyed the content and Charlie began to rise in popularity. More specifically, people loved Charlie mainly due to his monotone voice mixed with grotesque humor. They liked the ability to just say it how it is, rather than many other YouTubers at the time who were pretending to be somebody who they really weren't. By April 2010, only 1 month after Charlie began posting Battlefield Bad Company 2 content, each of his videos were getting around 4,000 to 7,000 views, as well as the channel having 3,400 subscribers. However, this was only the beginning, because only 1 month later, in May 2010, it was at 7,400 subscribers. Then 20,000 subscribers by September 2010. Charlie had gone from a nobody in March 2010 to a guy with 20,000 subscribers by September 2010, only 6 short months later. It was also in May the greatest blah 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 of all time. I mean that you'll still find to this day if you look into this.
This is the great. Yeah, I saw that. This is the greatest thing of all time.
20,000 subscribers. Charlie decided to branch out from doing fun tactics to just being a general entertainer, posting videos on other popular games at the time such as Modern Warfare 2.
Once again playing Modern Warfare 2.
And Halo Reach.
Fun tactics. This time it's for Halo Reach.
It was also at this point where Charlie claimed to start absolutely loving content creation, quoting that he would brainstorm ideas before going to sleep and even have dreams about making videos.
I absolutely loved it. I would brainstorm video ideas while I was falling asleep. I'd have dreams where I'm making
3%.
videos.
Then in December 2010, something unexpectedly fortunate happened for the Penguin Zero channel. Charlie had posted a video on the game Quap for his 35,000 subscribers at the time. The video was so hilarious that Ray William Johnson, the biggest YouTuber on the site, decided to feature the video on his own channel for the show Equals 3.
You watch the whole thing, it's hilarious because the guy's humor is so dry.
This shout-out caused critical subscribers to increase tremendously, going from 35,000 subscribers at the start of December when it was posted to 100,000 by the start of January 2011, only 1 month later. Charlie likened this experience to winning the lottery, saying that he didn't think he had ever smiled that hard.
When that happened, man, that was like winning the lottery for me. I can still remember that day vividly. I don't think I have smiled that hard or been that giddy since. It was such an incredible feeling.
Charlie then continued to make videos, steadily increasing his subscribers to 290,000 by the end of 2011, or you might say the start of 2012, at which point Charlie made a decision that would positively increase his reputation in the YouTube community.
But recently I thought, what if I did get YouTube partnership or partnership with something else and give 100% of the profits to different charities? I would keep nothing and give it all to charity.
Charlie announced that all of the income from the Penguin Zero channel would go to charity, saying that he thought money could corrupt people and he simply enjoyed making the videos for free.
I think money can corrupt people, and I just really enjoy making videos, so I don't want to receive money from it.
This act really displayed Charlie's authenticity, showing that he wasn't really in YouTube for the money and simply wanted to produce good content for the fans. This level of authenticity caused the channel to go from 290,000 subscribers at the start of 2012 to 480,000 subscribers by the end of 2012. However, there was a problem that began in late 2012 which would affect Charlie's ability to make videos.
And then in 2012, I completely lost the passion for making videos. From about 2012 to the beginning of 2014, probably, I just hated making videos.
Charlie completely lost the passion for making videos. He explained that he still made them because people wanted to watch them, but he actually despised making the videos and only did it because he didn't want people to hate him.
But I still did because I know people expected them and wanted them from me, and I hated myself and I wouldn't want anyone else to hate me because I wasn't doing what I was expected to do, so I forced myself to make videos.
His hatred for making content didn't really affect his stats though, because Charlie went from 490,000 subscribers in late 2012 when he claimed to lose the passion, to 1 million subscribers in August 2014 when Charlie rediscovered his passion for making content. Charlie explained that during his 2014 sophomore year in college, he found a new group of friends that helped him out of his depressive slump, ultimately resulting in an increased desire to make videos.
It was my sophomore year in college, and I got with a really good group of people that became my best friends, and that really turned my life around.
This increased desire to make videos as well as production quantity caused Charlie to once again increase his subscriber count, going from 1 million subscribers to 1.13 million subscribers by April 2015, at which point a video was uploaded titled Can't Think of a Title, where Charlie started to indicate that things might be going in a negative direction once again.
I'm making this video kind of to have a heart-to-heart, maybe update about my life.
Charlie explained that he was unemployed and struggling to find work.
Well, I'm still unemployed to this day, and that situation isn't improving anytime soon because I've stopped looking for a job over the last couple of months. I've just given up on it.
This was then followed by the proposition that Charlie would do a split with the YouTube money, half going to himself and then half going to charity, ultimately indicating that maybe he wasn't doing too well given his inability to find employment. This was then backed up by another video uploaded in September 2015 titled About Me, where Charlie kind of drunkenly explained that he had hit rock bottom and that his girlfriend had broken up with him.
I've hit rock bottom and I'm at the lowest point in my life, but I'm trying to be optimistic because my girlfriend broke up with me.
1/20th.
And I just couldn't find a job. Still can't find a job.
However, Charlie added an optimistic end to the video.
I want to be remembered as someone who made a positive impact on the entire world, and I want everyone on the planet to know who I am. I don't care if they know me by critical or by my real name, Charlie. It doesn't matter to me.
Charlie announced that he wanted to make an impact. Almost a beautiful statement, as this is exactly what he would continue to do from this
Same with me, I do want to make an impact.
One action towards making the world a better place was to actually discontinue a practice that, in the beginning, was intentional towards making the world a better place. Specifically, Charlie's donations to charity.
And unfortunately, many of the charities I've donated to over the years have been corrupt organizations.
Exactly.
Which really sucks because I knew going into this that many charities weren't legit. So I did a lot of research on each charity I wanted to donate to, But it turns out many of the websites that rate and review charities, like Charity Navigator, are just as useless as the charities themselves and just as corrupt.
Charlie discovered that a lot of the money he was donating towards charity was not actually going to the causes he originally expected, stating that most of the money just went towards the organisers and not the actual charity. For this reason, Charlie decided that he would just keep the money and save it up for a cause that would help the community without going through a specific charity. But for Charlie, the more important task was just to continue creating content. And despite losing 1 million subscribers in one day to a YouTube glitch,
I lost 1 million subscribers in 5 minutes.
Charlie continued to grow, hitting 1.6 million subscribers in early 2017, at which point a discovery was being made. Charlie had been on YouTube for 10 years from 2007 to 2017 and never once showed his face to the camera. It was for this reason that on the 6th of March 2017, Charlie uploaded a video titled 10 Years on YouTube, where he finally showed his face to the channel for the first time.
Hello. What's up, everybody? It's Critical.
Adding an actual face to the channel incorporated a bit more of a branded personality to what was previously just a guy playing games and making reasonably funny references from there. And while Charlie's extraordinarily low production value was congruent with the style, adding a face to the name increased the credibility of the channel. And looking at the graphs, the change was generally interpreted as a good move for the Penguin Zero channel. But at the same time, the growth wasn't anything out of the ordinary, continuing with a standard growth rate into 2018 and 2019. And that's kind of where we're up to with Charlie, aka Voice Critical, aka Penguin Zero. Since the face reveal, nothing much has changed. He steadily gained subscribers, gaining 1.1 million subscribers in 2018, then 1.25 million in 2019, and has so far gained 1.5 million subscribers in 2020, an indication that his channel will continue to grow into the future. Charlie continues to cover the most relevant topics in the funniest and least effortful way, a commentary style that I'm sure he'll continue into the future.
I like Penguin Zero. YouTube's biggest leech. Kid behind the camera.
It's what's on the inside that counts. But our plant-based protection keeps moisture in and oxygen out. So what's on the outsides, we're catching up.
There's a major problem on YouTube where you have to clickbait, and if you don't clickbait, viewership is going to drop and interaction drops.
1 week after his father's death, and he already has to clickbait his dead father.
I have to clickbait everybody.
I hate views, and it's because they just clickbait and boring and fake.
I don't want to have to clickbait. I wish YouTube wasn't the platform that it is now.
And the clickbait has just gotten worse and worse over the past couple of years.
Everybody is calling the vlogs that I upload lately clickbait. And you know what I'm talking about. Chances are you're one of the people that said it. Everything that I upload, clickbait. This is clickbait. Oh look, more clickbait. And every time.
The beauty of the internet is that it usually rewards excellence and punishes liars, cheaters, and just general scumbags. In a YouTube setting, for example, there's only so far you can go with your clickbait before you're called out on your lunacy. And I think that day is long past the kid behind a camera. If you haven't heard of Kid Behind a Camera, he's basically what remains of the Angry Grandpa show following Angry Grandpa's death in late 2000.
Oh, I know who he is. He was pretty entertaining.
Passed away. Kid Behind a Camera has been constantly criticized for exploiting his death for views.
48 hours after he dies, you have a t-shirt that says, "Rest in peace, Grandpa." Is that a real thing? Is that a real t-shirt you have?
Boogie. Boogie's one of the OG ones, I think. He's like one of the probably first 1,000.
Slowly decaying the reputation is already bad enough.
Let's talk about the clickbait nature of your videos, because this is the thing I saw most frequently.
Our house is for sale, we're broke. This is the standard kind of clickbaity title that you might see on pretty much any of Kid Behind a Camera's videos. However, upon clicking the video, it's an awfully filmed drinking pool water prank with acting levels so bad that it could probably be sent in as an audition for The Room 2.
It like de-ages you within like 24 hours by 7 years.
Are you serious?
Yes. How have you not heard about this? It's like the newest thing.
What?
If I had the clickbait to get to 1 million subs, I don't think I could take that path. Because if I had to trick and deceive so many people, I cannot live with that burden that I have just bamboozled so many people. I'd feel horrible myself. I'd feel torn apart as a person. I don't... Now, here's my goal. I may not be popular, but I want to provide a place. I might swear. I'm trying to cut down on it, but like, I just want a place where everybody can hang out. Everybody can just, you know, they don't have to be spam with bad words or spam with clickbait. I want a place where everybody can have fun, where everybody feels like they are counted. Like, for example, if I had like 1 million subs, I would like say, hey, I'm gonna shout these kids out. Like, if you want shouted out, guess what? You're gonna get shouted out.
Seems like almost everyone watching is thinking the same thing as well. Some of these comments. Terry T says, y'all have enough money that you could buy acting lessons. And I agree with this comment to some extent. Maybe not with the buying acting lessons part, but after producing garbage content like this for years, surely you get a little bit better at producing a more convincing scenario. This kind of dialogue and acting level could probably be pumped out by a kid with a new camera. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt on this one. This is only the first part of the video. Maybe in later parts of the video they do reveal some consistency with the title by revealing that they are in fact selling their house and are broke. Let's examine the first half of the title, the statement that they're selling their house. Then let's watch the video to see if this is actually the case.
We're not selling our house. No, this is not the time to do it because we're going to get over if we do it right now. You're not selling our house because this happens every year.
Okay, so you've actually blatantly said in the video, no, you're not selling your house, and you've also made it very clear in the video that you have no intention of selling your house. The title for it claiming that you're selling your house was actually just a real estate agent dropping their card off saying that they offer real estate agent services. Alright, so that's proven the first half of the title to be clickbait. You're clearly not selling your house. What about the second half of the title? We're broke in big asterisks.
We're good. We have a lot of money. Loads of...
I don't want to talk about money. We're going to be broke, Bridget, okay?
Michael, we're good.
Ad rates are pretty low right now. Views are in the toilet. We might want to talk about it.
Michael, honey, we are fine. I check monthly. Honey, we're good.
Okay, so not only are they not broke, they're actually saying quite the contrary. They're saying they're very financially sound. Even going so far as to say that they have a lot of money. So considering all that, I guess I'll rephrase the title for you guys, and I'll do this for free, considering you are broke. Or wait, maybe you're not, because looking at your social blade between Angry Grandpa and Kid Behind the Camera, you're getting about 30 million views per month. At $2 per 1,000 views, that's about 60 grand a month. Plus throwing merch sales, and you're earning about $1 million per year.
Man, they can't... Hey, their salary's bigger than...
Contrary, more power to you. But earning...
I'm not trying to bet anything against my family members, but literally, we're living just set and fine, I think, off of like a... at least 50 grand salary a year. These guys are getting paid 60 a month. Like, bro, you are not broke. I'm not broke at all. We're still, like, my mom can still buy me stuff. You are not broke. You are just fine. You can live with that money.
$1 million a year, putting in your title that you're broke just to get clicks is a little disingenuous to me. Perhaps a more appropriate title would be a real estate agent put a card in our mailbox asking if we want to sell. We don't want to sell our house, we have money. In Kid Behind the Camera's interview with Boogie2988 back in 2018, his justification for the clickbait was that without the clickbait, it just wasn't as interesting.
But my question is, why do you do that? What's the point? Well, the most basic answer I can give right now, just at that one point, is what else am I going to call the video? I kissed Boogie2988? You know what I mean? Sure. That's not as interesting, though. Like...
So by this dogma, you're saying that I can call this video whatever I want as long as it's interesting at the end of the day. How about Kid Behind a Camera has died? How about Angry Grandpa returns from the dead? How about Kid Behind a Camera, Angry Grandpa, Hospital Rap Battle collab featuring Eminem and Tupac Shakur? There's no limitation to what I call it, guys. Interesting. It's the same argument that like idiotic feminists use on things like the gender pay gap. There's only one reason for the difference in men and women's pay. Gender! It's a stupid single single-layer argument that fails to take into account all the other equally important factors just because it makes sense on a super basic level. There's only one reason I need clickbait, because it's not as interesting without it. No, there's way more at play here. Let's look a little bit further.
There's a major problem on YouTube where you have to clickbait. And
No, you don't.
Viewership is going to drop and interaction.
Okay, I know I have 82 subs, but look it, I'm doing just fine. I'm doing pretty decent on myself. I mean, I may not be monetized, but technically that's 50 subs per year. So, well, I mean, it may not be good, but 20 years I'll have 1,000. Man, 20,000. Yeah, I really need views, guys. I just
change your clothes. Put those in the dirty clothes. I brought you lunch.
Hey, thank you. I just have to admit something right here. It's kind of hard to spit out. I don't want to go to college. I'm just inept. And I really wanted to be a garbage man. Now, look, you might be saying, why would I want to? Because you know what? It's kind of what I want to do. And I just want to be on YouTube. And to be honest, I just want a game. And I don't want to go to college. It's what I do. And I really want to make a place for everyone to just sit down, stay here, right here, and have fun with their family, to have some nice laughs. And I you know, the thing I enjoy doing is, like, the things I do that I enjoy can be the things that others enjoy watching. And that's why I was thinking, because, like, all I have to do is stream here and I get money, and if I do that, then if I get monetized, then I can feed myself. I can make myself a home. And the bad thing is I have like 2 to 10 more years before I have to actually continue with my life. Like, I literally have at a minimum of 2. I need your help, guys. I don't want to seem like I'm begging, but I need your help. You guys, I need 1,000 subs. I need all the subs you can get. All you have to do is just get me, I just need 1,000 subs and I can monetize. That's all you have to do. You don't have to pay me money. If I could get an ad on my video and you can watch it, then that means you're supporting me, and it means I could feed myself, and I could do that. Like, I mean, it's gonna come someday. I'm gonna have to I have to live on. I have to do something with my life. I'll be right back. I have to go eat.